All right, before anybody freaks out, I'm saying side planks are better than front planks. I want to tell you a couple of things. I am not saying front planks are bad. I'm just saying side planks are better. Better for what? In regard to overall intrinsic, the deep level of the core muscles, and in regard to managing low back pain. And for those two reasons, if that's something that you're concerned with, here's the reasons why side planks are better than front planks. Reason number one, side planks engage these side stomach muscles more than front planks. They've done research and they find people with chronic or reoccurring low back pain, the side stomach muscles are the ones that usually need a little bit more help. These are the first muscles that engage when we raise our leg, when we reach for something. In healthy people, people that don't have chronic and recurring low back pain, these side stomach muscles are extremely important. So when we do side planks, we're much more likely to get these side stomach muscles. Things like the transverse abdominis and the internal oblique muscles. Reason number two, there's just more surface area. I always tell people my two front stomach muscles, the pretty ones that when you do enough crunches and sit-ups, for some people, if your diet is right too, they might get a little ripped up. It's what our culture has been fascinated with. And those two muscles on me go from here to here. That's two muscles. Here's one, here's one. The side stomach muscles, these transverse abdominals and these internal obliques go from here to here. So a much larger surface area that connects to our pelvis, which is kind of the platform for all of our movement. We're going to get more of an ability to engage those side stomach muscles with the side plank. And finally, reason number three, that for low back pain, I think the side plank is a safer and better exercise than a front plank, is when we do a front plank and we're holding that front plank, there is just as much hip flexor activation. There are a group of muscles called the psoas muscles that attach to the very front of the spine, and when we hold a front plank, we heavily engage that psoas muscle, these hip flexor muscles that put more compression and torque through our spine. So for some people, holding front planks actually bothers their low back. What? I thought core stability exercises were great for every type of low back pain. Not always. And for some people, that increased compression when you hold a front plank can actually aggravate your low back. So what are your options for doing the side plank? All right, you got me convinced. I'll start doing my side planks. You want to be nice and flush on your forearm, elbow pretty much underneath your shoulder, hips up. If you find yourself sagging like this here, make sure you get that hip up. When it comes to the feet, I don't really care if your feet are stacked on top of each other like this, or if you have the the top leg going in front and you hold that there. This is what a side plank would look like. And if you want to do some kind of a boot camp class and put your arm up there, fine. If you want to have it here, that's fine too. Make sure you breathe. I've got other videos where I talk about how the diaphragm is a core stability muscle, and we want to be able to stabilize and do respiration at the same time. Stu McGill recommends to hold for 10 seconds, come down for just a brief second or two, and pop right back up. You would do 10 seconds, breathe, come down for just a second or two, pop right back up. You would do that anywhere between 6 and 9 times, and of course, turn around, do it on the other side. Keep yourself nice and symmetrical. The reason that you want to come down just for that brief second versus the plank challenges, can you hold a plank for 10 minutes or 2 days or whatever people are trying to hold planks for right now. 10 seconds and then you come down just for that brief second or two and then pop right back up. That's a great way to just, as soon as you come down for that second or two and your muscle relaxes just for that split second or two, you go ahead and you refill that muscle with some more circulation, some more blood flow, which is important for that muscle. So overall, for most people, you're gonna be able to hold it longer. There's not extra magic that happens if you can hold your side plank for longer than a minute to a minute and a half for most people. If you're just looking for overall athletic performance, yes, maybe holding it longer, there could be some value. But for the average person, if you can do this side plank 10 seconds at a time and then overall do it 6 to 9 sets, that's very good for you. One other option that I like a lot is transitioning from a front plank to a side plank and then back and forth. Now, what this looks like to do it properly, a lot of people will transition and they kind of move their hips and then they move their torso into this here. But if we want to work on really good stability, we want to have our hips and our torso move together collectively. So we would, instead of kind of trying to switch like this here right away or move to the side, we would stay nice and stable, put our hand here and turn through our shoulders and hips at the same time. And then of course, you would do the same thing here. We're gonna hold. I'm not gonna turn my hips first. I'm gonna turn everything at once. You really think about squeezing your lats and coming back with your shoulder. In the same thing, do that 6 to 9 times on each side, and that's a really good way to engage all of those obliques, all of those transverse abdominal muscles. And there's your explanation for why side planks, in my opinion, are better than front planks. I hope you got something out of this video. If you did, give us a thumbs up. Maybe even like our page. I want to continue to put out relevant, good content on spine health and just overall body functionality. And then if you have questions, comments, leave them below. I'd be more than happy to answer those for you.